Yo, eyes forward, future focus. Turn away from the hocus pocus. Like pro-choice to pro-life. No looking back, Lot's wife. Believe me when I say this, there is no condemnation. I simply wanna protect the lives of this next generation. His love that covers all.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Two Doves Confirmed.
Hello.
Sharon is sitting here dancing.
Yes, I am, because I like to dance.
So,
I just
look,
realize
guys.
how heavy these cups are.
Yeah, pretty heavy. Hey, guys, before we get started, I did a video last night and for BT&T, that's Bass, Treble, and Trouble Profits School of. And I got a notice from Facebook, and they said...
Again?
Yeah, I got a notice from Facebook saying that the first 31 seconds was going to be muted out because of copyright infringement. And so I'm trying to figure out, well, what song are they talking about? And guys, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to play a little bit of it just to see if the same thing is going to happen. You see, this is StreamYard's, by default, if you want to use a 30-second countdown, this is what they use. And this is the only thing that they could be talking about because they said the first 31 seconds. You see, they're talking about that. So I'm going to cut it off. And that's strange to me because that's... that music is not copywritten or owned, or in other words, it's copyright friendly because it's a default countdown for their software or for their program. So I hit back at Facebook last night and I said, well, every song that you heard that I played on my broadcast was written by me. So I'm waiting to hear back what they're talking about because they said the first 31 seconds. So as you can see, that the first 30 seconds of that countdown is what they were talking about.
Wow. You're on their radar.
I'm telling you guys, and here's the reason why I'm saying this. Here's the reason why I'm saying this, because guys, we are in an election year. We're 90 days away from this election. 90 days, okay? That's, well, a little less than 90 days, but you get the picture. We're very close to this election, and they are going to get crazier and crazier, guys, because one of the things that we're going to talk about, okay, is the mainstream media and how they've been lying to us and especially lying to the black community. And so this is something that we're going to get into, but guys, they've been lying to us. They are truly the prophets of Baal. I believe that what we are about to witness, sweetheart, is the same thing that Elijah witnessed when he took the church or Israel. Israel is likened unto the church, spiritual. We are spiritual Israel. So when he took the people of Israel on Mount Carmel, he brought the prophets of Baal and said, okay, you manifest your God, and I will manifest the God, our God, God Jehovah. But he asked the people a very important question. He asked the people this. It's out of 1 Kings chapter 18, 21. And Elijah came to all the people and said, how long will you falter between two opinions? He wasn't talking to the prophets of Baal. He was talking to the church. He was talking to Israel. Like I said, we, the church, we're spiritual Israel. And those of you that think that God has nothing else to do with Israel, you better repent because he's got everything to do with Israel. Everything. He is not done with Israel. As a matter of fact, Israel, he said, my chosen people. You see? So Israel is very special and very dear to God's heart. So you better check yourself and you better read scripture, or you better pray. More so, pray. Because see, most of you that think this way, when you read scripture, you're reading it with your carnality anyway.
Yep.
You don't have the breath of God breathing upon you. So in other words, it's just letters on paper to you. Because see, it has become the letter of the law. And Paul wrote that the letter of the law kills, but the spirit brings life. So you have to allow the word to be written on the tablets of your heart, and so that the Lord can breathe upon that word and bring that word alive in you. The word is supposed to be in us because it is life.
Yep.
Because Christ is the word. Matthew 7, okay? Matthew 5:17 says that do you think I came to destroy the law? No, I didn't come to destroy the law. No, I came to be a fulfillment of the law and the prophets. I'm paraphrasing that, but that's what Jesus is. He's the fulfillment of it. So you better get right. So what is happening here, everyone, is that God is saying, how much longer now are you going to falter between two opinions? How, you either going to worship God, God is going to be God, or Baal is going to be God. Okay? And that's what's happening here. And Baal today is the mainstream media. They are part of the prophets of Baal.
Yep. And it has been for a long time, longer than what we will realize. They've been there. But I brought my Bible because I thought of something. I was looking at my Bible, and it was so funny. My sister yesterday sent a picture, and it was a little kid's Bible that we had years ago. And then I brought out my little Bible. It was a green Bible. It was called a Living Bible back then. I got it in 73, I think, is when it was presented to me. And then I got this new Bible, and it's a woman's Bible, and it's really cool, and I like it because it has big prints in there. But one thing that struck me is about, I looked at this, and I looked at, this is a cover. This is blue. And I think your Bible's black, right? Yeah. And my other Bible's green. Yeah. So you can get a Bible, and this is the sleeve, the cover, like the cover of my skin. This is how this is. I can get any kind of color that I want to. But the word is the same. Yeah. Just because I changed the cover of the book or somebody's skin color is different. Wow. Internally, we're the same. We're made in God's image.
Wow, that's good, sweetie.
So
that's powerful.
I got
that's
that.
That's a mic drop. I wish I could. Yeah. No, that is very good. That is so true. Yeah. Wow, that is so true, honey. Yeah. You know, I'm so glad that you shared that, because that really, really goes in line with what I have in my notes here. And I'm going to say it again. We're not going to be too long. Not going to be too long, okay? But 1 Kings chapter 18:21 says, and Elijah came to all the people and said, how long will you falter between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, follow him. Guys, this country, for so many years, we've been worshiping Baal. We really have. And those of us that's in the church, depending on the party or depending on the political group that you are affiliated with, you are affiliating with a party, with a group that worships Baal. So I'm cutting through the chase now. I'm not playing nice anymore. I'm not gonna, there's no more time to compromise, because see, Jesus is coming. He's coming very soon, guys. He's coming very soon. So I'm gonna play this first video, because this right here, this preacher, he brings it home. And you know what? I didn't even prepare it. But let me get it up here real quick. It's real quick that I can. Probably not. I'm not sure, because you sent me so much. Yeah, I do. You sent me a lot of stuff. But
I need to get one folder. You must see this one right here.
Yeah, right. But this one is definitely on point.
I saw this one too. This
one is definitely on point. True. Okay, and I hate in Facebook they start the video without me wanting to start it right from jump. But guys, I want you guys to check this out. This is incredible.
Baal, church, the god of baby sacrifice. And who was Asherah?
I'm going to start it again.
The goddess of
I'm going to start again. Okay, guys, because I want you to hear exactly what he said. So let me make sure that because see, it starts as soon as it comes on, it starts and you can't rewind it. And it's just really a drag. But hopefully you heard. Okay? Check it out.
Who was Baal, church?
Yeah.
The god of baby sacrifice. And who was Asherah? The goddess of sex. And they would worship Asherah through orgies and unbridled sexual escapades, which 9 months later results in an unwanted baby, which you then pass through the fire to Baal. What if I told you the strategy has never changed? What if I told you there's nothing new under the sun? And as it was in Judges 6, so it is today. Planned Parenthood and the spirit of the age and his acolytes have used the same Judges 6 strategy for decades. They push pornographic, sexually titillating material and curriculum onto young kids to break down their sexual and societal mores and standards, to reduce them to their most animalistic appetites so they can't govern themselves, so they'll have more sex, so that more unwanted babies will be produced, which you can then pass through the fires to Planned Parenthood today. Gideon is facing the same culture war that we're facing today, that so many pastors refuse to engage on, because I don't really do the culture war, I just preach the gospel. No, you preach a syncretist, cheap grace gospel to ensure that you don't lose any tithes from the people in your congregation who you refuse to call to repentance.
Wow. That's powerful.
Yep, that's pretty
That
good.
is so powerful, guys.
Absolutely.
And it is so, so true.
Absolutely. And you can see it everywhere. You know,
Yeah.
all these entertainers are, you know, having that same getup and the horns, and I remember
They doing this.
You know, Beyonce,
Yeah.
that whole getup right there.
Yeah.
She has that same thing, that same mindset, and it's very, very sad, because like you said, it's no time for us like to straddle the fence right now.
Yeah.
There's no time for us to be on one side. And then wait a minute, oh, let's go to this side. You're either with God or you're without God. There's no in between.
Yep, there's no
in between. Just like I said about my Bible here, you can change the outside cover, but you can't change the content of it.
No,
So,
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't change the content of it. I'm not gonna play this video, honey. I'm not gonna play it. But what I am gonna do is that I'm gonna show the
is
individual,
very good.
and then the link to this video is in the description. Guys,
Very powerful.
you got to hear this.
Yeah.
You got to hear this one right here. African American pastor preaching goes viral. And this just happened not too long ago. I'm not going to play it here because it's a bit too long, but the link is in the description. I want everyone to click on that link. And I want you to hear this because he tells the truth.
Yep.
He tells the truth. He's been saying exactly what I've been saying, what she's been saying. You see, we don't vote according to a political affiliation. Now, we vote according to what the Lord places upon our heart. We pray, we seek the Lord, and we use discernment on who to vote for. We've always done this, especially since we came into the kingdom.
Yep.
This is how we vote. You see, we don't associate with a particular party just because our ancestors said. And that only started back in the 60s when the civil rights movement and all that stuff kicked in. And John F. Kennedy was the one that really brought that about. But you know the reason why they killed him? There were several reasons. But one of the reasons why they got rid of him was the civil rights movement.
Yep.
It was that. And then Lyndon Johnson, he signed it, and he said something, and it's so hard to find this recording. But if you really search for it, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to quit talking about it. I'm going to look for this, and I'm going to come on one of my broadcasts, and I'm just going to, I might even play it, but he actually says, okay, I signed this, and I do all of this for you. You know what? We'll have these so-and-sos voting for us for another 200 and something years. I think he said 240 years.
Yep.
That's a fact. That's what the man said.
Yep.
If you look up the history, and as a matter of fact, you're going to talk about Levine because he speaks about Lyndon B. Johnson. He speaks about how racist he was. He speaks about how the Democratic Party was the Jim Crow Party, how the Democratic Party was the slavery party. You see, so he talks about that. Now, we're not trying to say switch over to Republican. We are saying it is time. How much longer are you going to falter between two opinions? How much longer are you going to worship the Baal? Because in this video right here on the screen right there, that video, this brother breaks it down. He breaks it down because you see, if you come in alignment and you support a party that is antichrist in nature, that everything that they stand for goes against God, like taking your young daughters, like they have signed a bill in California, that if the young girl is a little bit confused, you know, children, man, when we grow up, we go through different stages in our lives, okay? So now they're trying to blame it on where they don't know if whether they are either male or female. So in California, if a little girl says, yeah, I'm a little girl, but I think I'm a boy, so they can remove her breasts and remove the certain parts that makes her who she is. They can do it without the parent consent. You're going to stand with a party that believes in that, that's going to vote for that, that's going to force you to do that with your own children. I'm sorry. Just like this brother said right here, I ain't down with it. Yep. We're not down with it.
And you know, speaking of, you were talking about in the 1960s, one thing that I wrote down just before I came on is Martin Luther King's part of his speech that was so relevant for us today. But I looked up when he wrote it. It was 1963. So that's 63 years ago is what it is. So think about this. 63 years ago, he wrote this speech that I said he had a dream that my 4 children one day will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And right now, I feel like we are so stuck on skin color. We're so stuck on, oh, it's the first this or the first that or the first. You know, I don't look at myself as an African American female. When we go to Europe, people automatically know those are Americans.
Yeah.
They don't say, that's an African American female or male. They know we're Americans because we act like Americans.
And especially if you go to Africa.
Yeah. They know who you are.
Africans, let me tell you, we know a lot of Africans.
Exactly.
And they say, man, we don't understand why you call yourself African American.
Yeah.
You're American, man. You ain't African.
Exactly. And I think
that's my weak African accent.
Yeah, that was really bad. That was really
bad.
terrible.
So,
I'm like, don't do that again. But anyway, I just think we need to stop looking at that as just voting for color. And that's what that young that pastor just said. I'll say young because we're senior citizens.
No, I'm 21 years old. I don't know about you. 21.
I know I look good, okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we need to stop looking at our skin color. And we've been criticized as a couple many times by some of our own family members, like, oh, you're one of them. What is one of them? Am I one of those who think for myself?
Yeah. And
know that I'm looking at somebody's character, not by a color, or I'm not voting for the color of somebody's skin?
Yeah.
Is that what I am? If is that what I am, then I'm going to own it.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Come on.
I'm going to stand for what's in this book. I'm going to stand for righteousness. I'm going to stand for whatever God has in this book. I'm not going to alter the word so it can fit my current situation right now. I'm going to stand for what God has said in this book.
All right.
That's all I'm going to stand for.
Right.
You know, and they keep coming against President Trump. And I told Charlie the other day, I said, you know, President Trump, I want him to be the president. That's right. But there's something deeper here. There's a movement here.
Yeah.
And God's alive right now.
Right.
And we need to stand up. The church needs to stand up and stop pussyfooting around.
Come on.
We need to stop straddling the fence. We need to tell the people the truth. Because when you go before God, you're going to be accountable for what you did or didn't say to somebody that could have saved that person and could have saved a whole nation by one little word that you could have said, and that is the truth.
That's right.
Simple as that, you know? But we're going to be so concentrating on Trump is racist, right? Well, you know, Kamala Harris, when she was prosecutor in California, she put over 15,000 black men in prison. I'm sorry, 1,500. I keep saying 1,000, but it probably was about that. 1,500 black men in prison just smoking a little bit of pot. She also did something to a man that was innocent, and she had the proof that he was innocent, and she would not release that man until a judge made her do it.
Right.
This is what we're trying to put
These
in.
are facts.
This is not my opinion. These are facts.
These are facts.
You know? And then I like to watch Life, Liberty, and Levine. He's a brilliant mind. Levine, he's a brilliant mind. And he was just kind of saying, you know, they keep saying Trump, Trump, Trump. He's a racist, he's a racist, he's a racist, he's a racist. But it's so funny. Back in the day, everybody wanted Trump on their ticket. All the rappers wanted to take pictures with Trump.
Yep.
All the talk shows wanted. Oprah, all of them wanted Trump to be on their shows because, you know, he was a brilliant mind. But all of a sudden now he's a racist. Okay, so look at this. In 1971 to 1974, Biden signed the deed so that no black people can own land in his neighborhood. He didn't want you by you.
Research.
He didn't want you. Look it up. I don't
Look
care.
it
Look it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look it up.
And then in 1975, Biden asked that only the only way that black men or women could learn anything is that they had to rub shoulders with a white child. Fact. Look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. And I graduated in 1977. And Biden asked, or he joined the committee, the Senate Judiciary Committee, to specifically lead a charge against busing. So he didn't want your black children bus
to his neighborhood.
Yeah. Okay. And I can go on and on. I'm not going to keep going on because I think Charlie has some stuff to do. But you can look it up. There's 1979.
No, keep going.
He voted to allow racially segregated schools. So he voted for the white schools to not be to be exempt from taxes. Look it up. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said that in 1981, he said that George Wallace had some things right. Look up George Wallace. Look up that brilliant, sadistic,
Democrat,
racist person. Just look him up for yourself. Okay. So that's just a few things. But I wanted to also say about reverse racism. This is something that I experience.
Yeah.
When I met Charlie in Lubbock, Texas, and I'm a military brat. So we lived all over the world. I lived in Germany. I lived in England. I traveled all over. Never experienced racism. Didn't even know what that was because everybody around me was different cultures, right? So I didn't experience that. So I moved to Lubbock, and we moved in on the west side, which was predominantly a white neighborhood. Right. Charlie lived on the east side of Lubbock.
It was a hood.
So I went to a school, and it was predominantly white. There was 5 black students. I was one of them, and there was one black boy, and the rest of us were girls. Okay, just one person. I experienced some racism. I heard some things said, but not very much. But when I experienced racism the most is when I went to the black community where I met my husband, and I experienced more racism against me from the girls over there and from people over there telling me, "Oh, she's trying to sound black," or "She thinks she's this."
You're trying to sound white.
I'm sorry, white, or she's trying to do this, or she's trying to do that. That's when I experienced racism. It was from my own race.
Yeah. Yep.
My sister is very light complected, and they would call her a white N-word. You're just a white N.
Oh, let me say it.
No, don't say it. White N. Okay, everybody.
Let me say it.
No.
Okay.
No. If I wanted you to say it, I would have said it because I don't bite my tongue. But so my whole thing is, when will we stop with this? When will we stop with this? Let's stop fighting amongst each other, Americans, because guess what? There's a bigger enemy. Look is what is happening in Israel right now.
Yeah.
Look what is happening in Britain right now. There's an Islamic move over there right now, and they are Islamic Muslims.
Islamic.
Islamic.
Yeah, you're right.
They are killing people. They're going through the street with axes and knives, killing people. And I'm telling you, have you ever heard that movie Coming to America? I'm not relating that movie, but just a word. That is coming to America, and that is already here. They are already planning and plotting. So while we're sitting here fighting, that's what they want us to do amongst ourselves because the color of our skin, they're invading our country.
They're invading our country. So
wake up. Trump, if he gets the presidency, he's a president for 4 years and he's done. What's going to happen after that? If we have 4 more years of what Biden has done to this country? Because that's all what Kamala Harris is.
Yep.
4 more years of Obama policies. 4 more years of Biden
And
policies.
remember, she preferenced everything that she said with there's a move of God happening.
Yep.
Because what's happening here, everyone, is this, is God is exposing on every level.
Yep.
We are beginning to see, I'm even beginning to see things that was within me that I said, my God, I didn't know that was still there. I didn't know that I felt this way. I didn't know that I had these kind of feelings. And that's what's going, that's what's going on, everybody. You see, we are in this moment now with the Spirit of God, okay? And what he's doing now, he is exposing, he is separating the wheat from the tares, the sheep from the goats. How much longer are you going to falter between two opinions?
Yep.
How much longer?
Yep.
You see? So that's the reason why I'm glad that you said all of that. Because skin color, God doesn't have a skin color. What that brother said in that video is so powerful. And I said this earlier today. I was doing a pre-record with Donna and Christy at House of Destiny. And, it is, God is, he's the God of his church. Jesus is the head of his church. He's not the head of the Church of God in Christ or St. John Baptist Church or such and such a Lutheran church. He's not the head of all of these different denominations. No, he's the head of his church. It's his.
Yep.
It belongs to him. And he has his way, and it's his way or the highway.
That's right.
You see, it's his way or the highway.
Yep.
So you can't bring your ideology. You can't bring your opinion. You see, this is what God is doing. See, we're being this way because we want everyone to wake up. Mm-hmm. We want everyone to wake up. It's time to be totally transparent before God. You see, God is moving, everybody. He's moving across this land. The media, my message last night, and the word that I brought was this: how God is going to come up on the media, and you're going to see that the media is not going to have any other course but to allow God to speak. They're going to say what God is saying. Listen to just these 2 Olympic athletes. I want you to listen to what they said. Okay? I want you to listen to this because, you see, they're trying to stop it, but they can't. And this is spreading, everybody. I got many videos. I'm just going to play a few. I want you guys to check this out.
I don't even think that it's a shock to the press anymore. People have been giving so many responses like this.
You saw the clock. We saw the look on your face, but just tell us what went through your mind. Another world record.
Honestly, praise God. Was not expecting that, but he can do anything. Anything is possible in Christ. So, yeah, I'm just amazed, baffled, and in shock.
If you are pumped about the fresh boldness that has come upon the children of God, then boldly share this video and follow for more Christian content.
Wow. I agree with her.
Yeah.
Are you? I'm telling you. Here's another one. Let's just play one more. Let me see. Did I bring it up here real quick? So I gotta be careful because I got some here that I don't know why it's not showing up because I did share it. I did bring it up. So let me see. This one right here. I want you guys to check this one out. Okay, listen to this one. This is so cool. God is moving, everybody. God is moving. Check it out.
Years old, one of the youngest competitors here. You made it to this part of the trials 3 years ago, but this time you're going to the Olympics. How much growth have you seen in yourself in these past 3 years?
I'm gonna be honest, I've just gone super close to Jesus, and I just want to tell you guys that he's king and he's coming soon. So I really believe if you guys put your heart into Jesus Christ, you guys will experience nothing but happiness and grace, and he'll help you through trials and tribulations, and it's him. That's the main reason why I was able to accomplish such a big thing.
20 years.
Wow.
Awesome.
Ain't that cool?
That's so cool.
I mean, this is what's happening, everybody. This is what's happening.
And you know what? I just want to mention something while you're saying that, because that was really cool. Our son is going to be preaching for the first time on Sunday.
Yeah.
And it is a prophecy that he received when he was 13 years old from Prophet Cam Clement. And he's actually, we're going to get to go and witness that, and that we're just proud parents.
Oh, yeah. It's so cool. And the pastor of the church that he goes to is such a man of God.
Yes.
And he hears from God. And he said clearly, because he's going to be out of town. And he asked God, well, who should I bring in to preach? And the Lord said, Gerald.
That's awesome.
That's our son. And so we are so blessed by that. So, hey, look, let me just play a few more things, because what I want to do, I want to talk about, since we're talking about skin color, let's talk about our black community. You see, when we played the abortion issue, the abortion video, I'm sorry, when we played that, and we see the devastation of what abortion has been upon mankind, especially in this country. But you know, the community that it affected the most, it was the black community. And if you look up Margaret Sanger, I think it's her name, if you look up and Google her and research her, you'll find out exactly why she started Planned Parenthood. And why you see so many we live over here in this nice suburb. God has blessed us to be able to live in a place, that's very nice and everything like that. Man, we can't find, there's not a Planned Parenthood nowhere near us. I don't see it anywhere. But man, if you go over there on the south side of Dallas, or you go over there on the east side of Louisville, okay, where there are a lot of people of color, Planned Parenthood is popping off all over the place. Why is that? Why is that? You see, this is the plan of the enemy. I'm going to play this, because this right here, really, you see how this thing just starts playing before I could do anything?
What was it? He had said anything yet, so.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. So he says 5 things that black people can do, okay, to save our community. Watch, when I click on share, it's going to play. No, it didn't. Made a fool out of me this time. Okay. I got the volume, but I can't go. So check this out.
Today, to affect change in our community. Number 1, stop supporting rap music. Rap music profits from our destruction. They do nothing but promote negative stereotypes about black people. Number 2, stop voting for Democrats.
My favorite.
Democrats have been using black people for the last 60 years. They do nothing but use us for our votes. Number 3, if you know a man that's not taking care of his children, call him and let him know that he's a disgusting piece of trash.
Preach.
And he's the main reason why the black community is in the situation that it's in right now. Number 4, stop supporting race hustlers like Black Lives Matter. They do nothing but profit from our division. And number 5, my favorite, stop looking at white people to fix our problems. Look at black folks to fix the problem, because we're the ones in it.
Wow. And I wrote down some things, because when he says stop promoting rap music, here's my opinion. See, rap music is a beautiful genre of music. It was created by God, and it was placed upon the generation that we have right now. You see, because my generation, we didn't do this, but this generation, and look, we have rappers out there that can just freestyle, and it doesn't have to, and you don't have to be black. We got white rappers that are just popping out. That is very good. But here's where rap music became a problem. I have a video that I'm not going to play right now that proves the fact that record executives, when rap first hit the scene, it was very popular. And what they wanted to do was to continue to poison the minds of young black men. And they came up with this whole term, gangster rap. And so they invented gangster rap so that they can keep the black man or the black community in a state of division, in a state of turmoil and strife, turf wars and stuff like that. You see, but rap music in itself is a beautiful genre of music. I wish I can find this video real quick. I said I wasn't going to be long, but man, I really want to find this. I don't know if I can find it real quick. I want you guys to check out something here, because this is a young man, okay, that went up to some black guys, and he happened to be white, and he went up to these guys, and he asked them, he said, give me a subject to rap about. Let me just show you how cool. There are many black rappers that are just like this, but this is the one that I have right now. And so I'm going to just present this. I want you guys to check this out, because this right here, and it's a little long, but how long is this? Oh, it's about 5 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't want to be too long, guys. But I want you guys, I think you guys are going to really enjoy this. I want you to listen to this rapper. This is what is upon this generation. Like we said, man, God is not about skin color. He's about all. He's about all of us, okay? He created this form of music. Check this out.
Excuse me. Hey, what's up, you guys? How y'all doing? My name's Harry Mack. I'm out here doing freestyles for people. Could I do a freestyle rap for you guys? Hell yeah. All right. You want to say something? Yes. Bro, I think I follow you. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's me. Oh, hell yeah. That's dope. Can I record? Yeah, go for it. So can I get like one creative, challenging word from each of you? And let's say no food and no animals, because those are the most common things that people say, you know? So we'll go one level deeper. No orange, exactly. Geometric, that's a great one. Geometric. Electric skateboard, which is what you have here. How fast can this go? 30 miles per hour. Damn, you ever go that fast on it? That's fire. All right. Traffic light. Traffic light, hell yeah. Battery. Battery. Sign. How'd you think of that? I love it. Traffic light, battery, sign, geometric, electric skateboard. I think we're ready. Should we try this? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's do it. Let me drop a beat here. You know, I got the beats ready, man. Gotta be ready. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When I rhyme, man, it starts to get hectic. Blowing up in the game is expected. I be bending all these whack rappers out of shape. Hold on, that's geometric. Y'all know I spit in it rare. About another rapper, man, I don't even care. Y'all know I spit with the utmost flair. Geometric, but I never been square. Yeah, y'all know I'ma take it beyond. Coming with the craziest songs. Yeah, y'all know I'm divine. Shortest distance between 2 points is a line. Yeah, so I make a line from my mouth to your ear so that you can hear without nothing in between. I be making it clear, but my music is wavy like this right here. So it's kinda hard to describe. When I get loose, I'm delivering the vibe. Whole nother level what I've been up on. My flow is top secret, Pentagon. Yeah, y'all know I rack the song. 12 bars, that's a dodecagon. Yeah, H-Mac, man, you know I make them all feel the rap. Wait a minute, is this math class? H-Mac, man, these other rappers wanna be. Yeah, I be doing my geometry, but y'all know they couldn't challenge this. My style is lit, complicated like calculus. Yeah, H-Mac doing mental arithmetic. Other rappers couldn't get with this. He be saying to his friends, yo, he's like actually dope. H-Mac, man, I fill him up with hope. Y'all know I came with the style of rhymes. Shouts to my mans in the Calvin Klein. H-Mac coming up the tip of the brain. Every time I rhyme, they know the shit is insane. Yeah, I started with 5, it was a vibe. Now there's a couple other guys, folks on the side. Everybody's coming together and we combining. Every time I spit, man, I be up in alignment. So many rappers that my style devours. Electric skateboard, it goes 30 miles per hour. Yeah, y'all know.
Ain't that cool?
That's awesome.
That is so cool, and I didn't want to play the whole thing.
But what amazes me about rappers that freestyle like that, it's like they're just making it up as they go, and it's like a poetry.
Yeah,
you know, they just kind of rhyme.
And they gave him a subject to rap about, and he put that whole thing together, guys. It gets better, but yeah, it was a little long. So see, that's hip hop. You see, that's hip hop. See, there's nothing wrong with rap. But what's wrong with it is that the devil has gotten a hold of it and twisted it. And it has caused such division and strife in the community. And that's what that young brother was saying in that video I played earlier. It's time for us to stop that. It's time for us to come against that and say no longer shall this take place, and be a stronghold upon our young black men, because that's what's happening. As a matter of fact, God gave me a word about that, and I should have had it here, but I'm not going to speak about that. So, but anyway, and then he said, stop believing that the Democrats are for black people. Well, yeah, you guys have heard me say that a lot. Fathers need to return to being fathers. That's exactly right. The father need to return to the household, because the only way that you can get Section 8 or be able to get, welfare and stuff like that, the female got to be a single family home.
Yep.
Can't have a father in the house.
And do you know, you're on that, the father in the home, do you know that a lot of the slaves that were brought over here were kings, princesses, and big people in their community in Africa that were stolen by other African people and sold to the traders. So there was an heritage that came over here on that boat of high level intelligent people that came over here.
Yep.
So when you bring somebody over to a land that they can't speak and you separate them from all their family, then you enslave them. So it's like, and then you take the father out, like you say, take the father out the home, the father figure, the head figure. Then that's why we have so many problems today within our community, is because now we have made the taken the father out the home, added all these subsidies, and made people be, what is the word I'm trying to say? Not a supply, but they depend on.
Yeah, depend
on those services. So it's really interesting. I like to do a lot of research on how different things work and how they correlate.
Yeah. Wow. So, man, it's so much that we want to get into. But like I said, I promise we won't be too long. We're at 41 minutes. I'm going to end with this. First, let me say this. We're not trying to influence anyone, okay, to vote for. You vote for who you want to vote for, okay? You vote and you follow who you want to follow. But my message, and God has placed this in this, and this is a passion upon me and her, is that we learn to discern and follow God. Because, see, we live in a land that God says is righteous, but there's a devil and there are people that he's using that wants to continue to take this country down the path of unrighteousness. And we need to understand that that can't and shall not be. So, see, this is my message, and this is what I just want to get across. And the mainstream media is the number one culprit behind all of what is happening in this country. You see, they call Black Lives Matter and Antifa peaceful demonstration. Peaceful demonstrations. There was nothing peaceful about that. Google the damage and the cost for cities to rebuild. As a matter of fact, if you go to Portland now and Seattle, they're still devastated.
Horrible.
It's horrible.
Yep.
You call that peaceful? Okay. So the mainstream media is the culprits that keep pushing racism, keep pushing division.
Yep.
They keep pushing the things that is anti-God, anti-Christ, anti-America.
Yep.
So I'm going to play this last video because these are facts. Everything that the mainstream media has been focusing on about Donald Trump, we're talking about two candidates now. We're talking about one and the other. And the truth need to be made known so that we, the American people, can make a righteous decision on who we're going to follow, instead of being bamboozled and controlled by a source of people that hate your guts, hates this country. I want you guys to listen to this. Sorry, but I'm being just super bold tonight. I want you to listen to this. Now, this is 3 minutes and 42 seconds, but we're going to listen to the whole thing. Check it out.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! ! At real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever? Never got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally.
A new world order. These allegations are false. Weapons of mass destruction. The USA Patriot Act. The blueprint for large corporations.
We once were, we are no longer a Christian nation.
Donald Trump confirmed that he is considering a run in 2016.
Do it. I am officially running for President of the United States.
He will never be President of the United States.
Donald Trump will never be elected President of the United States.
And people are watching these results come in.
We're going to make this decision now. Donald Trump will be the 45th President of the United States.
Does it ever seem to you that President Trump has done more than any president in modern history?
And in the 10 years I've been involved in politics, I've never seen an administration hit the ground running like this.
I could spend the rest of the hour laying out the accomplishments under the Trump presidency, despite everything thrown at him.
The market just had its 12th straight record close.
Taking action to save as many kids as they can.
We were energy independent under the Trump administration.
More Americans reported being employed than ever.
Helping those who have served our country in the military to get access to mental health care.
The Great American Outdoors Act is the largest single piece of legislation to support our national parks and public lands.
Created more than 7 million good-paying jobs.
Websites can be held liable in court for having sex trafficking content.
The Abraham Accords, which for any other president would have been multiple peace prizes.
America did not enter into a foreign war.
The unemployment rate in the U.S. fell to 3.5%.
The First Step Act eases federal sentencing for nonviolent offenders.
Increased funding for historically black colleges and universities.
Allows terminally ill patients easier access to experimental drugs.
Kept the inflation rate low.
Honored with the Bipartisan Justice Award.
Had a massive MS-13 gang problem. 3.9% is the unemployment rate. Requiring airports to provide lactation rooms for breastfeeding mothers.
Middle-class family income increased nearly $6,000.
A dramatic escalation in his crackdown on illegal immigration.
An advocate for educational choice.
Tariffs on Mexico and Canada.
An act preventing animal cruelty and torture.
Taking out Baghdadi, the head of ISIS, Soleimani, the Iranian general.
Save Our Seas Act commitment to environmental issues.
We're saying Merry Christmas again.
Community development in low-income urban and rural communities.
Help us to remember the importance of fighting off tyranny.
Pulling out of UNESCO, the World Health Organization, the Paris Climate Accords, reassessing NATO and the United Nations.
Stood up for Christianity and the Constitution more than any president in American modern history.
We are stopping the attacks on Judeo-Christian values. Do you miss me yet?
Now,
that was pretty good. I'm glad you showed that. We didn't talk about what we were gonna do, so I showed you all those things about Biden, the negative things, and you end with all the positive things about Trump. So that's pretty cool.
Now here's the problem. Mm-hmm. The problem is I know that, see, this is a pre-record because we have something else that we have to do tonight, and so we won't be able to broadcast live. I got a sneaky suspicion that this is going to be blocked. I might even get a copyright strike.
Well, maybe it'll be blocked on yours because they're looking at you. Maybe it won't be blocked on mine.
No, they'll just block the whole video. That's what I'm saying.
Well, we'll just keep putting it. One of these days we'll get through then.
So, what I'm thinking about doing, everyone, is that I'm going to come on and I'm going to redirect everyone to Rumble.
Yes.
Because that video right there says it all.
Yep.
Okay? That video says it all. Those are facts about what the man did when he was the president of the United States. Now, you don't have to like the man, okay? Yes, he's brass. He says something, like when Barack Obama came out and said that Osama bin Laden is dead. He was very presidential in the eyes of the people. Everyone thought, yeah, that's the way. But Trump comes out and he said, Abu Baghdadi, whatever his name is dead. Mm-hmm. He died like a dog. Okay, that's the brassness of President Trump, right? Okay, that's not presidential, but he got the job done.
Yeah,
he got the job done. I would rather have someone in the office that's real that brought peace, because if he didn't know what he was doing, everything, if he was such a brass, didn't know what he was doing, not being able to keep things in check, everything would have been out of check when he was in the White House the first time. But as you can see, it wasn't. But now, the one that apparently received 81 million votes, everything is chaotic and out of control. Yeah. I think I'd rather have someone in there that says, hey, I will kick you dead set center of your behind if you get out of line. So better straighten up and fly right, because now there's a new sheriff in town and there's going to be peace, and none of this nonsense is going to continue. I'd rather have someone that will be straight and to the point and real than having someone up there being so suave, being so presidential and so slick and sophisticated in his ways, but it's full of dead bones and lies.
Yep.
I'd rather have the man that's keeping it real.
And sent all that money to Iran to build up their army. That's what they did. Obama, Biden, Harris.
Yep.
They empowered Iran. So, you know.
Like we said, hey, we're not Republican. We're not Democrat.
We're voting for righteousness in the Alps.
Yeah. We seek the Father, and we want righteousness in this land.
Yep.
That's what we want. So anyway, hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. We went 50 minutes.
You went 50 minutes.
We went 50 minutes. Sorry, guys. I want you guys to know that you're somewhere. So, hey, look, I'm kind of saying it's too late, but I got a sneaky suspicion that we're going to be blocked on YouTube and Facebook. And I like to call Facebook Fakebook and YouTube Bluetooth. So we just might be blocked just because of that video. But that video tells the truth, everybody. Like I said, hey, vote for who you want to. But I'm telling you something. If you are a man or a woman of God and you say that you love Christ, you cannot expect Christ to line up with people that hate him.
Yep. If you get this out, you know.
Okay. That hates his word. Yeah.
Yep.
That hates his word. That says, no, we will do this. We don't care about what you say, Jesus. We're going to do this. We're going to slaughter children. We're going to dress up as men, being a woman, or a man dressing up being a woman. Okay? Yeah. We're going to do these things because this is what we want to do. We don't care about your word because, see, your word doesn't mean anything to us. No, because that's exactly what is being said when you line up with that type of ideology. Yep. So anyway, hey, love you guys. You're somewhere in the future, and you look so much better than all of this garbage that's going on. And when Jesus is in effect, Jesus is by our side. We put that devil in check. We see you guys next week on Two Doves. Peace.
This is
Yo, ask for what future focus. Turn away from the hocus pocus. Like pro-choice to pro-life. No looking back, Lot's wife. Believe me when I say this, there is no condemnation. I simply wanna protect the lives of this next generation. His love, it covers all.